I mean, Drizella, if you spent a little bit less time complaining and a little bit more time being nice to your boyfriend, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. Hi, everybody. This is Lady Sweetheart, and welcome back to the Disney Princess Challenge. So as you can see, we are here with our lovely princess in disguise, Cinda. It is a Monday afternoon after school in the game, and Cinda has a big smile on her face. And the cheeks are a blushy. Why, you might say? Because it says she had a flirtatious school day. She got a compliment from a cute classmate. I wonder who that could have been. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail that you would have seen by now, this is actually going to be the ball this episode, like the ball, the infamous Cinderella ball. I am super excited about that. But what you'll see I did is the rest of the week after that, like I said, this is where we're at. Tomorrow in the game is the ball, and then the rest of the week, I just kind of made it summer break because there's some things that I want to do to finish up this gen. And with them going to school, it just makes things more hectic. And I thought, it's summer in the game. That's more realistic anyway. A lot of people do get a summer break. But she did actually just get a text from none other than Prince Louie, who should be on his way over in the pouring down rain. Oh, yes. Why? I think this is him right here. Yeah, it is him, and he doesn't look very thrilled. So basically, Cinda has gotten a text from Prince Louie, who apparently learned this really awesome recipe at school today, and he wanted to come over and teach that to her, even though he's apparently super tired. Drizella, it would appear, is super consumed with doing her schoolwork. She's really trying to get in to a prestigious college, and the school year's almost over. So she doesn't really have time for Prince Louie right now. And truth be told, I feel like Drizella is probably still a little bit angry with Prince Louie over how he acted at the party last episode. Oh, and one piece of gossip that I wanted to make sure to show you guys. After I finished recording the last episode, I noticed in Anastasia's relationship panel that she finds Prince Simon extremely attractive and also had a crush first impression on him. Now, he thought she was admirable. For what? I don't know. Maybe being able to put up with Drizella? I'm not really sure. But yeah, so it would appear that Anastasia has a huge crush on Prince Simon, who is the younger brother of Prince Louie, who we have here. So Prince Louie is actually the crown prince. As you can see, him and Cinda aren't really in a big hurry to start cooking. They're just kind of talking about their days and, kind of a little bit of the fallout of the ball. I think Cinda is telling him she thinks she's kind of in trouble, and he doesn't really understand why because, she did a great job with everything that Lady Tremaine asked her to do, but we know it's because she got a little too much attention, especially from Prince Louie, from Drizella's boyfriend. And it looks like she just got a new sentiment about him. She feels closer to him from happier memories. Well, it's an interesting thing. Because during the course of the conversation, Prince Louie confronts Cinda and basically tells her he knows who she is. Of course, this takes Cinda aback a little bit because she thought she was doing a pretty good job of keeping who she is under wraps. And before Cinda can ask him what exactly he means, he says, I know that you are the king's daughter. And Cinda, of course, wants to know how Prince Louie found that out. She doesn't even think to deny it. For one thing, she's just so shocked. She thought she was doing a good job of keeping it under wraps, but she's at the point where she does trust Prince Louie as the sentiment suggested. So Prince Louie is telling her, he's kind of the type of person that picks up on things, and also that he has his ways of finding things out. As a crown prince, I'm sure he does. And basically tells her, you also have the king's eyes, and King Noel has some pretty distinctive eyes. I mean, she has his whole face, let's just be honest. And Cinda's just reiterating to him, like, please don't tell anyone. It's a secret. I could actually really get in a lot of trouble, and so could my dad if anyone found out. And we know that Prince Louie is a good guy. I think her secret is safe with him. And yeah, it looks like they're finally getting to work on this recipe that you wanted to teach her. Oh, and you'll see that I did give Cinda this kind of outfit to work around the house for her hot weather because the other one was a little too warm for that. And I did that for Ara as well. So as they are cooking, they're kind of having a conversation, and Prince Louie wants to know from Cinda, like, how does she do it? Like, how does she come and live in this castle and pretend to be a servant and, give up what she had, basically, because he's heard her talk fondly of all of her siblings and her mom. And, he's acknowledging that had to have been a hard thing for her to leave behind. And Cinda, comments that's interesting that he would think that coming to live in a castle would be a big sacrifice. But, he's telling her, he's lived in a castle all his life. He's been royalty all his life. And he knows just how lonely that can be sometimes. So he has some unique insight into what Cinda actually had to give up to be here for her dad. And truth be told, I think he kind of admires that she did that, just to be around her dad and, to show him that kind of support. And throughout the conversation, it comes out that Prince Louie kind of hates being a crown prince. He more or less just wants a more simple kind of life. He's like, I wish I could just cook and have a family and just be around them. But, it's my duty to take over. And, in some ways, it's kind of a shame that he's the oldest because his younger brother, Prince Simon, is very into the royal life. And, he's telling Cinda that his brother would actually love to take over for their dad someday. But so they were sort of born in the wrong order. But what I'm wondering is, did he do a little bit of spying? Did he use his connections as a prince to try to find out exactly who Cinda was? Because I'm kind of thinking he may have. And he's not really telling her that, but I kind of wonder if, he didn't look at her and think, wow, she looks so much like the king. I wonder who she is. But as they're talking, Drizella walks in and realizes that Prince Louie is still here talking to Cinda. And as you can see, she is pretty furious, so she instantly starts yelling at Prince Louie, like, you said you were coming over to teach her a recipe that she could use for the ball. What the heck are you still doing here at midnight? And Drizella's like, it doesn't take that long to teach her a recipe that she can use for this ball tomorrow. I thought that was the whole point of you coming over. So you shouldn't be here till midnight, and you never even said hi to me the whole time you were here. And, he's trying to be rational, like, well, I thought you were working on your schoolwork. I didn't want to interrupt you, Drizella. Whether that's the real reason or not, I don't know, but that's what he's telling her. Basically, when it comes down to it, Drizella is just highly jealous of Cinda, who, by the way, has gone up to go to bed. Technically, she's calling Bruno to bed, and then she's going to bed. Smart girl. I don't think she wanted to stick around for this. But then I think Drizella does a little bit of thinking and realizes, she doesn't want to drive Prince Louie to break up with her, so she is going to apologize. So she has come in to apologize to him. She also feels mortified all of a sudden, which I don't think is a large coincidence. I think it has everything to do with the way that she just acted. So before Prince Louie goes home, she is just being super apologetic and giving him a hug. Like, I'm really sorry. Sometimes I just get so jealous because I just love you so much. She's laying it on. And he's going home. Can't say as I blame him after all of that. So it's the next afternoon, as you can see, the day of the night of the ball. And poor Cinda here has been working so hard all day. She made several entrees that the guests can eat during the ball. She's been working on desserts here. She's just basically been feeling pretty good about herself and about getting all of the work done. However, that mood is not going to last for long because Lady Tremaine has come down to yell at her and basically tell Cinda that she doesn't want her anywhere near this ball tonight. Which I'm sure is a bit of a blindside for Cinda. You know, she's been working all day, doing whatever she can to prepare. But she's telling Cinda she doesn't care that she's been doing all this work down here today. She doesn't care that she's been cleaning the place up, doing all the cooking. She is forbidding her from being anywhere near the ball during the time that it's actually happening. She's unhappy about the way Cinda acted at the last social event, and I think Drizella has been in her ear talking about what happened last night and how upset she was with the behavior of Cinda and Prince Louie, and so she is forbidding her from even working the ball today. So she's making it known to Cinda she is to go up to her room and basically not come out the whole time. Also, I like that she's just letting her spoiled cat Lucifer ruined all of Cinda's hard work with these cupcakes here. So poor Cinda is headed up to her room. You know, I thought she would be really sad, but she actually seems to be a lot more angry about it. And I can't really blame her. I mean, it's really not fair. You know, in her eyes, she really didn't do anything wrong. She's been working hard all day. She just doesn't understand why she can't even be at the ball. But little does Cinda know, Lady Tremaine has followed her upstairs and she is locking the door for Cinda. So Cinda is going to be locked in her room tonight, while everyone else gets to come down here and enjoy themselves at the ball. So while everyone else is getting ready for the ball to start, poor Cinda decides she might as well just take a nap since she's stuck up here in her room. So what I decided to do for actually getting all the royals to the ball, because this time it's not just Prince Louis's family, it's other royals in the world too, is what I did was I had Lady Tremaine start a club called the Royal Circle. So all of these royals that are within their circle are part of this club now. I did also get a mod to allow me to have more members of the club. That mod is by Turbo Driver, who actually also does Wonderful Whims. So if you're interested in that mod, it is on Mod The Sims, I believe is where I got it, and it is by Turbo Driver. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have her start the gathering, and then I believe once everyone is here, there is a way to get them all to go with her down into, not that part of the basement, down into the basement here, so that they can enjoy the actual ball where everyone else is. Yeah, so once they get here, it'll be go here together, and then we'll get everyone in one location. So I'm going to go ahead and turn headline effects on so that I can show you guys these families. One of them I got from the gallery, and then I just kind of gave them a little CC so that they would match. And that is this little boy's family. So this is Prince Matthew Isaacs, and his parents, the King and Queen Isaacs, should be coming along at any point. And then I also made, well, you know this family. This is Prince Louis's family. And then I also made this family here. This is King Charles Evergreen. So we also have the Evergreen royal family, who, as you might guess, and yeah, Prince Louis, you're not dressed properly. But yeah, the Evergreen family is actually the royalty of Evergreen Harbor. And for this occasion, since it is a ball and it's more of a formal get-together, since Prince Louis is the crown prince, he does have to wear this little crown. You know, he didn't wear a crown to the last one because it was just kind of a little party between the two families. So you will see that all of the royal heirs will also be wearing a crown to this. And we know Queen Felicia, lovely lady. And yeah, Simon, same with you. You need your formal outfit on. And I believe I gave Queen Felicia a different formal outfit as well. Yeah, there we go. And then this is also a teen. This is Prince Evergreen. So he is, again, the heir of the Evergreen royal family, and I think he's pretty handsome. And then this is, I don't think I showed her, the lady in the red dress. I believe this is the little boy's mom, Queen Catherine Isaacs, yeah. I think most of the club is here, but we're still maybe waiting on one or two. Actually, no, I think that is everybody. Because this is Queen Evergreen. Queen Lucille, she kind of snuck in on me. I didn't see her come in. But this is King Evergreen's wife, or Prince Evergreen that I just showed you. That's his mom. So is that everybody? Do we have King Isaacs? I think maybe we're just missing King Isaacs. King Robert. This feature is so handy now. Oh, he's already here and he's already come downstairs. Perfect. So we have everyone. So I'm just going to have her go here together. That way everybody is part of the ball. We see Gaul down here once again being so respectful of Lady Tremaine's rules and, you know, just sitting on the job. Oh, okay. I say that and now he's picking up. Now he's working like he's supposed to be. I figured doing this as sort of a club would be easier because it would be easier to control more of the Sims. And then also, you know, like I did last time, I can just lock the door once everyone gets here. And then the event will just be over when I decide. So that's how I decided to do it. So if you want to do something like this in your game, hopefully this helps. We'll just take a picture here and call it The Beautiful People. And oh my goodness. Peep out this look that Queen Felicia is giving Lady Tremaine. She does not like you, Lady Tremaine. And I get the feeling Queen Felicia, as lovely as she is, probably not the type of person you want to be on her bad side. I'm just guessing. We're going to lock the door for everyone. Now you're all here and you can't escape. Ha ha ha. I mean, you're in a room with like all of this food and unlimited restrooms over in this little hall over here, like I showed you guys last time. So I think y'all are good. And I'm actually going to have Lady Tremaine, I would say dance together, but then they'll do like modern Sims dancing, and that's not really what I picture the ball to be. So I'll just have them kind of move over to the dance floor, and then hopefully we can get them to start waltzing. I mean, if they'll waltz in the vets, of all places, they should be able to waltz on the dance floor where it's appropriate. Yeah, so off camera, I shared this on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. But poor little Bruno got sick, and Noel had to take him to the vets because all the kids were at school, and oh my goodness, yeah, they didn't stay out here very long, did they? But yeah, the vets just ignored him and started like ballroom dancing in the middle of the vet's office. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's a king year, okay? Your king is here, and they want vet care for their child, and you're just ignoring them. Oh, I guess when you do this, it plays the music. I selected with music because we've got music on the radio, but like, yeah, it must do its own. I thought since we can't get anyone else to dance besides Lady Tremaine and King Noel, I would just have them ask others to dance because I imagine royals do that. Why does it? Oh, it's his flirty spouse. I don't understand why she thinks that's flirting, though, because I downloaded the non-romantic ballroom dance. Interesting. And I can't see Noel flirting with anyone except for Nivea. But yeah, why don't you go and ask, is this King Evergreen? Yeah, go ask King Evergreen to dance with you. Oh, she's too angry. Okay, well... that didn't work so well. Everyone wanted to eat first, I guess. I mean, they look like they know what they're doing, but I don't think this music really kind of goes with what I envisioned for Cinderella's ball, but, you know, it's fine. I'm going to have to give up on the idea that this ball is going to just go exactly the way I want, because it's just impossible to recreate things like that in The Sims. I mean, yeah, it didn't give him romance with her or anything. I'm not really sure why Lady Tremaine took that as being flirty. I mean, maybe he can go dance with her now. Meanwhile, while the ball is taking place downstairs, Cinda wakes up because she hears a strange noise. She goes to see what it is, and to her surprise, she sees her twin sister, Blair, basically appear out of thin air. She's also managed to half teleport Bruno through the wall here. We should probably fix him. Oh no, I wasn't trying to reset you guys. I was trying to reset poor Bruno who's stuck through a wall. There he is. Okay. So she's also managed to bring Bruno with her. So, of course, Cinda wants to know what Blair's doing here. How did she get in here? You know, the door was locked. And, you know, I think she's just really happy to see her sister, her twin sister. They've always been close, but we know from the last episode that Blair is actually now a witch, and Blair has magical abilities. So, you know, she's like, look, I don't have much time, Cinda, to explain it all, but let's just say I have magic now. And Blair could sense that Cinda was distressed, and so that's what brought her here. And she does, of course, have the ability to teleport now because of her magic. So Blair has come here to give her sister a chance to attend the ball. And I would love to show the actual magical process, but I can't really control Blair, and I can't add her to the family because we already have 8 in the family, so we're just going to have to use our imaginations here. And with the wave of Blair's magic wand, Cinderella is all ready and dressed for the party and teleported down to the ballroom. But Blair warned her she only has about 12 hours before the magic spell wears off. I would say midnight, but it's already 1 in the morning in the game, so that won't work. But as Cinda walks in, who is to see her but Prince Louie here? And Prince Louie, being the gentleman that he is telling her that she looks like the princess she is. And I mean, she does look rather amazing. I have to say, I was so torn on whether or not to give her a more traditional type of Cinderella dress or something a little bit more modern. And I did decide to go with more modern. And I think it's just a gorgeous dress, and I think she looks amazing in this dress. And then Prince Louie asks Cinda if she will do the honor of dancing with him. And all looks great for Cinda. However, if you look over here, we will see that Drizella and Lady Tremaine aren't very happy about this whole thing. And Anastasia's getting an attractiveness alert for Prince Simon. Very interesting. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like Simon might like her too. Although he does seem to be quite interested in talking to Queen Lucille here, whose dress is also glitching through the bar. But let's just look at how lovely Cinda and Prince Louie look together. I feel like they're kind of dancing opposite, but I can't really control that because Prince Louie is not in our family. I can only control Cinda. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of you have figured it out, but there are definitely more than just friendly feelings between Prince Louie and Cinda at this point in time. You know, they're both very flirty when they're around each other. Cinda does find him extremely attractive. So, I mean, there's definitely a little bit more there than just some friendship. And I think the fact that Drizella has basically been imploding hasn't really helped with him wanting to maybe look somewhere else at this point in time. Well, now Anastasia and Prince Simon are out here dancing as well. You'd think that Lady Tremaine might be happy about that. I mean, Prince Simon isn't the crown prince, but he is a prince. But no, she's too busy over here listening to Drizella complain about her boyfriend. I mean, Drizella, if you spent a little bit less time complaining and a little bit more time being nice to your boyfriend, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. Just saying. I wish I could get more couples to dance out here, but I just can't really control anyone except the people in the household. But it does look like King Noel is over here dancing with Queen, I can't remember her name, the pregnant queen. He obviously knows what he's doing. He's quite a good dancer, it looks like. But obviously it's not romantic at all, so we know his heart only belongs to Nivea. And it looks like Anastasia and Prince Simon are done dancing, but Cinda and Prince Louie are still going strong, guys. And clearly they are within earshot of listening to Drizella and Lady Tremaine complain. But I think everyone else seems to be enjoying the party other than Lady Tremaine and Drizella. I mean, it seems like it. Everyone else is having some nice conversations. The bartender decided he can just sit at the table. You know, Grumpy's doing his best to clean up. I mean, actually, I say that, but it looks like it's pretty clean. He's doing a pretty good job. I mean, he's got the place cleaned up. Also, I think Ara is down here somewhere. Yeah, she's in here washing dishes. Off camera, I will insert a few pictures, but off camera, Gavin and Ara had this nice little date. They kind of pulled a Gaul and Cinda move, and they snuck out at night when they were relieved of their duties for the day, and they had a nice little time. So, I did take pictures of that. They did not kiss, though. He gave her a kiss. Was it a kiss on the hands at the end of the date? But he was a perfect gentleman. So they still have yet to have their first kiss, but I think that they really like each other. But Cinda has felt a little uncomfortable with the way that Drizella and Lady Tremaine are talking. So Prince Louie suggests they go somewhere a little more private to have a little dance, because he wants to keep dancing with Cinda. And clearly, Cinda doesn't want to stop dancing with Prince Louie either. I mean, who would? I mean, just look at this guy. He is literally a prince of a guy. And quite handsome. And he's just been so kind to Cinda. And he's been so helpful to her. And as they dance out here in the castle gardens, where it's much quieter, with just the faint noise of the music coming from the ballroom, and somehow still the faint noise of Drizella complaining in the background, Prince Louie confesses to Cinda that he is falling in love with her. Here in this romantic place, in the castle, Cinda is being told by a prince that he's in love with her. It's definitely a fairy tale come true. I would say under the stars, but you can't really see the stars so much tonight. Good thing they decided to slow dance instead of stargaze. And of course, Cinda wants to know about Drizella because he's technically still Drizella's boyfriend. But Prince Louie tells Cinda that it's over between him and Drizella. And that it's not just his feelings for Cinda behind that. It's also that he's kind of seen her unmasked. He has seen what a not so nice person Drizella really is. And we know Prince Louie is a good guy. And he's not the type of guy that could be unbothered by that. Like, it bothers him that she's the way that she is mean. So basically, his plan is he's going to break up with Drizella. And he wants to be with Cinda instead. Of course, we know that Cinda also has a little bit of a romance going with Gaul. So she's going to have to kind of make a decision between Gaul and Prince Louie. And it looks like something out of a fairy tale. Honestly, like I said it before, but I feel like I owe this huge shout out to whoever built this wonderful castle, because I mean, this is the perfect, the whole thing just looks so perfect. And I'm thinking that these two probably have some romance by now. Yes, they do. Just a teensiest bit. And we know that Lady Tremaine and Drizella are holding it together right now. I'm sure Lady Tremaine is reminding Drizella they are in the presence of some very royal company. You know, they would never cause a scene in front of the rest of the royalty, especially with Prince Louie's parents right here. However, I have a feeling that tomorrow is gonna hurt for Cinda. I would not want to be Cinda when tomorrow comes. Because we can see both of these ladies are fuming mad right now. But we're gonna leave it off here. But for now, Cinda can enjoy looking and feeling and acting like a princess. Slow dancing with this amazingly handsome prince. In this beautiful garden at this beautiful castle on a beautiful summer night. I am going to go ahead and end it off here. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a comment below. I always love hearing what you have to say. It honestly makes my day. You all are amazing. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, one last look of this nice, beautiful, enjoyable time that Cinda's having, because I get the feeling next episode won't be so lovely.